I'm Laurna from Korean with Love, and I'm a trained carrying consultant. So for this video I'm using the Bairn, which is Sakai Sail, which is a beautiful pattern. And for World Breastfeeding Week we're going to show you how to breastfeed in a Bairn. So for me personally, I like to have cross straps, but this can be done with with cross straps or straight straps. Just depends on your preference. So for an older child, we're going to look at an upright feed first. So all I'm going to do is support baby's bum with one hand, and the other hand I'm just going to loosen off my straps a wee bit. So I'm just putting in some slack on both sides, supporting his bum so that the weight doesn't drop suddenly. Okay, just a wee bit on each side, you don't need to do a lot. And then loosen my waistband slightly as well. And then I'm going to allow that slack to slide down and slide to the side of whatever side I'm going to feed on first. So you will feel a little pull on your neck a wee bit, depending if you've got straight straps or cross straps. You can just wiggle them across, and you can put the one on the side you're not feeding over your shoulder just to spread the weight a wee bit. So a good tip is to have a Breastfeeding Access top, which is really good for feeding in any sling or carrier, because then you don't have to pull one up. And if you do pull one up, then you don't have your belly flashing and getting cold. So now he's in position. He's right on line where I'm going to go, so I'm just going to let him latch on. Happy? So he's quite happy now, all latched on. So with feeding, ensure that both hands cup the breast. You can see that hand in there. And he's still nice and upright, and his bum is nice and supported, still in that nice seated position. So he's not hanging, he's just in the same position, just lower down. So I've loosened everything to bring him down and to the side slightly. So with an older child that's got full head control, you don't need to support their head, but you can if you want to. With a smaller child, you will always have to give them head support so that they don't flop back and they can latch on and off. Usually you would use this position on an upright feed from about 4 or 5 months, or when you're comfortable, up until toddlerhood, until you're feeding until you end feeding as well. So this is a really nice position because it's nice and quick. I just need to loosen and lower, get him into position, and then after a feed, always reposition baby up. So having baby back upright after a feed can help. The heat from your belly can help with digestion. Gravity can help get the milk down to the stomach so there's no reflux and they're not lying down if they do have any reflux issues. And then if they want, they can fall asleep. So if baby falls asleep on the boob, you can easily just put them back into the upright position. So we're just going to let him have a wee feed and then we'll reposition him. Okay, so he's finished now on a biscuit after his milk. So we're just going to reposition. So I'm just going to hold baby's bum. I'm just going to shimmy him up into position. And I'm going to push any slack back. Here, your arms out. That's fine. That's fine. Any slack back. And tighten up. Just as you normally would when you put on the carrier. Adjust my waist and then tighten that as well. So after a feed, you always want to reposition and retighten. Yeah. Get baby back into that nice upright position. Okay. So this one we're going to look at cradle feeding. So you will need to support baby a wee bit more with cradle feeding, but it is still possible in a buckle carrier. So this time I'm going to look at feeding them on this side. So I'm going to loosen this strap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen it fully, but not unbuckle. Okay, so that's fully loosened now. Support baby's bum when you loosen anything. I'm going to put it under my arm. Then I'm loosening the other side slightly. And I'm going to bring baby up onto the shoulder of the side that I'm going to feed. And then feed both legs through the opposite side and below that strap. And just take your time bringing them into the cradle position, trying to allow this carrier to support as much as possible. Okay, and then this strap that's now horizontal, pushing that under my arm and holding it, and come around the other side and tighten it up, and that'll help hold that wee bum in place as well. And now we're in the cradle position, so you will need to support baby's arm at all times. Do you want this? You want this? Oh, you want this? Okay, so we're going for a full demonstration. Yum yum. Yum yum. There we go. Okay, so full demonstration, helpful. So in the cradle position, no matter if it's a small younger baby or an older baby, you must always support their head, because holding their head up when they're feeding and getting sleepy is really difficult. You could try it yourself, it's not possible. So you need to support their head. So you can either do that with the crook of your arm or with a hand, it's up to yourself. So try to get the fabric right down over their bum as far as you can to support them. Yes. Yeah. And the other strap on your shoulder, depending if you've got, depending on how you wear it, you can pull it over your shoulder a wee bit more. Yes. So this way to feed is only possible if you're crossing the straps. If you've got 8 straps, it's not going to work the same because you've got the clip at the back. So if you know you want to feed, then it gives you the option to do it either way. Yeah. So same as before, ensure baby's hands cup the breast. He's older, so he likes to flop his hands around and poke me in the nose and stuff, which is fine. And hold a biscuit for after your milk. Okay. So just let him have a wee feed and then we'll reposition him. Finished? There we go. He's finished his feed, so now we're going to get him back upright. So I'm going to support his head and I'm going to loosen off the strap. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh. So his hand's gone over it, you want that hand under it. So I'm just going to bring him up, supporting his bum. Take your time. Then back up onto my shoulder. And then get those legs on each side. Same as before. There we go. Where's your leg gone? It goes down there. And now you're just going to put your arm back through and get that strap back up into position. Again, reposition, retighten. Tightening everything up. Getting that bum into position there. There we go. Okay. So that's how you feed in an upright position and a cradle position in the Bairn. Okay. So you can obviously use this technique to do either side. You just decide and take your turn. So you can see I did one on one side, one on the other side, but both techniques will work on both sides of both breasts. Okay. So if you need any further help or advice, you can contact me on my page, or you can get in touch with Clan Oscha, or on the website as well. Oh dear, oh dear. There we go. And don't forget to subscribe so you can keep up to date with all the videos coming this week. Okay. You say ta-ta?